maybe that's the next version of the duel in the pool as the relay guys come out. And swimming for the European select team in this order will be Christian Galenda, Marco Orsi, Benjamin Stark, and Filippo Manini, Rowdy. And they have to have the race of their lives to even have a chance here.
Yeah, I think they're going to make it a little bit closer than the very first relay we saw when the Americans completely dominated. But I don't know, matching up against these Americans, each one just is so special and has so much experience. And
the names have changed a bit since Beijing in 2008 when, of course, Jason Lezak had that incredible finish to give Michael Phelps and himself and the Americans another gold. There's the lineup right now. Adrian, Grievers, Webert Gale, and Phelps. Now, why is Nathan Adrian leading things off here when you consider that he's the fastest guy and he's swimming the first leg?
A good question, Dan. Normally you would put your fastest swimmer, as you see Michael Phelps at the end, and Adrian would do that. But, you know, I think he's got a good chance of breaking the world record, and I think the coaches know that, so they're going to lead him off. Remember, leading off a relay, you can break an individual world record. We already saw that in the very first relay when Nick Thoman did it in the 100 back.
Just see the intensity on Phelps' face. I mean, he gets so many accolades for all of his individual accomplishments, but he'll be the first to tell you how cranked up he gets for these relays and how if you don't swim 100% the best race you possibly can, you have that extra burden of feeling like you let your teammates down, and he wants no part of that. So here is Nathan Adrian. We'll see if he's got the right stuff to pull off a world record in the opening leg here. Off for the European team is Galenda.
I talked to Nathan Adrian just a couple weeks ago about his swimming and where he's at in his career. He could not be happier where he's at now, Dan, at this point. Midway point almost to London. He's been swimming so well, and he's swimming happy. Dave Durden, his coach at Cal Berkeley, said he's just been having a lot of fun in the water, and that's what counts the most. So you've got to be able to have fun in the sport to be successful. Boy, it's easy to have fun when you're swimming this fast, 21.4 at the 50.
That was incredible. He was more than a second under the world record. Adrian is just flying down the pool here, way ahead of Galenda. So Adrian in the hunt here for an individual world record. The relay line behind him is the relay mark, and that white line just gets away from him. So just a little short of a world record for Adrian as Matt Grievers is in the pool with a big lead for the Americans.
Even though he missed that world record, that's exactly what the Americans needed, a really strong first leg. And boy, I tell you, they are way out in front. He just missed that world record, by the way, by 14/100ths of a second. And now you've got to start thinking relay world record because they are on it and really going fast.
Boy, these sprinters just seem to get physically bigger and bigger through the years. Matt Grievers is 6'8". And it seems like in this era, you've got to be 6'5" or more, or you've got no spot in the sprinters' world.
Especially in the sprinting, no question. That makes a big difference. And boy, he is flying down the pool. Look at that split, 44.6 on Matt Grievers, one of the fastest in history. Boy, the Americans had two spectacular legs to lead it off. And guess what? The Europeans are still not out of it completely.
It's Garrett Webber-Gale against Benjamin Stark right now. And maybe Stark can creep up on Webber-Gale here, but they're going to have to make a move.
Not only is he going to have to creep up, but guess who anchors for the United States?
That Michael Phelps guy.
that may change everybody's opinion.
And you're saying that Phelps is not about to let a relay win get away from his American team?
He's creeping up on him, as you said. It's getting a little bit closer, but no way anybody's going to catch Michael Phelps. Although this is a little bit of a different position that we've seen Michael in. We've seen him on relays a lot, but never on the anchor position. He usually is leading off or he goes somewhere in the middle. So for him to anchor,
I wonder how he can handle the pressure.
It's something new, boy, I tell you. Look at Manini hugging that lane line. He's trying to do as much as he can to pull off a Jason Lezak, but he's not facing Alan Bernard. He's facing Michael Phelps.
And Phelps trying to hold off Manini here and make it a clean sweep in the relays for the American men. And there doesn't appear to be any way that Manini, who has not really made his move thus far, that he's going to catch Phelps. Way ahead of the world record line, 3:04.98, well under it, 3:03.3 as Phelps, part of another world record setting team here at this duel in the pool. And it was Nathan Adrian who got things started off, flirting with the individual world record, and then everybody just kind of fell into line after that.
Yeah, and that's exactly right, Dan. Everybody just kind of built off that huge lead and gave them a lot of confidence. Michael Phelps is tired, though. Trust me, he is tuckered out. 6 swims, 6 really good swims. He had a good duel in the pool. Nathan Adrian looking very pretty on that first leg, just missing the world record. And then Matt Grievers, what a leg he put in, 44.6, faster than anybody else in the pool. Garrett Weber-Gale followed up with a solid 47 plus, and then Michael Phelps brings it home, 46-1. Maybe not as fast as he'd like to go, but what a great way to wrap up 2009 for Michael Phelps in the United States.
A familiar scene on the deck, American men celebrating yet another relay victory, and Michael Phelps looks like he's a little tired. A rare anchor leg for Phelps to win it for the United States, which wins the duel in the pool by a whopping 185-78 as we go down to Craig Hummer again.
The U.S. bookends the meet with world records in both relays. Nathan, you add an American record on your leadoff leg. Do you guys ever take for granted how much success and strength you have in the relays for America?
I think we take that as you know, we use that as momentum to kind of get the meet started and to end it. You know, we knew that we had the chance to set 2 world records in that, in just the men's side and the women's side, and you know, we took advantage of it.
Manini came at you on that first 50, and you did a great, subtle job of moving to the far side of the lane.
Well, I knew he was going to be tough. You know, he's a great sprinter, and I thought coming into the 50, well, I was like, I know he's going to try to be on the lane. I was like, so I got to get as far away from that lane as I could. I was telling these guys, I don't like someone on the anchor. It's too nerve-wracking for me. I like being on the front half, so I can just cheer these guys on to you hopefully victory.
Everybody loves winning, Michael, but how much do you enjoy the process of getting there?
You know, it's satisfying to really see hard work pay off, and you know, I guess for us, the Americans don't get much short course meter races. So, you know, when we can, you know, come in here as a team and be able to do the things that we did this meet, you know, I think it's pretty special. You know, looking at this meet, and you know, our probably next meet over here is going to be 2012. So, you know, being able to finish how we did here and start how we did here, you know, I think it's really going to help us leading into London.
Well, another great shining example. Congratulations on your success.
Thanks, Greg.